Scott Welch, and let's take a first look.
How do we end this?
You have to go back.
To 1978. The first day of camp.
Looks like blood.
Do you have a better idea?
Maybe.
Who are you?
Nick Good.
Bad things always happen to Shadysiders.
You feel it, don't you? There's something holding us down.
Who's seen us? Run!
One way or another, you're gonna die tonight.
There it is. It's not just a diary, it's a map.
Hi, my name is Amy Cassandra Martinez with Hollywood First Look, and today we are at the premiere of the Fear Street trilogy. I'm talking to the cast of 1978. Let's take a first look. Okay, so your character is someone that I actually really empathize with. Really? Yes, someone that follows the rules. Oh no, there's something here. Let's focus. So what was that like for you, kind of portraying people like us here?
Yeah, okay, so actually, it's funny, the script was totally different when I first signed on, and then Lee was like, I'm going to actually do a whole rewrite. I'm going to write a character that feels more like who I believe you are, and so that's how Cindy came to be. So that was super exciting. Of course, I was kind of like, wait, am I annoying? But at the same time, like you, I was like, no, she is simply a person who is trying to do her absolute best, and that how she operates in the film is just how she believes that she's going to get to where she wants to go. And so I think that we're all trying to do our best as humans, and I love to see her strive to do her absolute best, you know? Yeah.
I think that one of the amazing things about being able to do the 3 movies was that we had this opportunity to kind of update the genre a little bit, because I think that the world of the 90s and of the 70s and the 1600s was obviously incredibly diverse. It just wasn't represented in film and television. So this would let us have that opportunity. So we focused on characters that were usually marginalized.
I need to know, what is it like for you to have played such an amazing character that's strong, powerful, layered, all that jazz?
It was the best. I feel like playing Sam was such an honor, and it was so cool to get to play her over 3 movies, which is it's still different than TV, and she arcs so much, and she has to go through a lot to arc that much, and it mildly gets possessed by the devil for a little bit to go through all of that. But it was so cool to play her at point A, and the bleachers scene with Kiana, who's a wonderful actress, and it was great to form the relationship with her. And by the end of the movie, film the scene at the Rock. It was such a beautiful journey to take as her, and it was really cool.
What horror movie was the first one that you saw that scared the crap out of you, whenever that was?
I think probably The Shining is one that comes to mind, and there's a lot of influence in terms of that movie and the character that I portrayed. But that one, where it was movies that have real people that go insane, always kind of get me, and I feel like there's a lot of that in this trilogy of real people, real characters who, for one reason or another, snap.
I have to start. You're a massive horror movie fan. How did you feel going into something like this? It's bam, horror.
So excited. Horror is my favorite genre, but when I was in university, I studied a lot of specifically queer horror films, and so that the fact that this is it revolves around this queer romance that really they're the heroes and they power through the whole thing. It was so exciting for me, and we hit on so many great tropes and pay homage to so many gorgeous classic horror films. It was just really exciting to get a chance to do that, so I was just excited.
I would love to do more. I would love to do more Fear Street movies. I think this has been a really amazing experience. I love this cast, and any opportunity to work with Lee again, I think would be incredible. But yeah, overall, I think it's just always fun to keep trying different genres, different types of characters, continue to challenge yourself. That's what makes it exciting.
It's amazing. I think the way that it translated on screen was so beautiful and real. I was really happy to see that representation in the genre, especially. So it's some pretty groundbreaking stuff that we're doing here. Yeah, it was definitely attracting me to the films that it was kind of more of a mature role. I think yeah, it's definitely a lot gorier than I expected, but I'm really happy with how they turned out.
I have to say thank you for playing such a layered character so well, so much depth in your eyes too. What was that like for you? What was some similarities that you had with your character?
Firstly, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Secondly, I mean, Dina is so passionate, you know, she's so resilient and strong, and I would say the one thing that we have in common the most is the fact that she just loves really hard, and she's willing to do anything and everything to protect the people that she loves, and that's how I feel about the people in my life too that I love. So it was really fulfilling to dive into a character that's just so determined to, you know, save the day and be the hero of their own story.
Thank you so much for watching. The Fear Street Trilogy is streaming on Netflix. 3 movies, 3 weeks, 1 killer story. I'm Amy Cassandra Martinez, and I'll see you next time.
I'm not letting you die.
My sister's still out there.
We can end this. You swore. It's becoming a habit.
Hi, I'm Kiana Madera, and you're watching Hollywood First Look.